Welcome back to another episode of the Meathead Manual. I am one of your hosts, the meaniest Logan Fountain Scene, Mr. Adam Garcia. With me, as always, is my good buddy, my good friend, my compatriot, my fucking compadre, dude, Mr. Andrew Harris. Fucking say what's up, dude.
What's up, guys?
All right.
And gals.
Yeah, we're back.
Because we're inclusive.
That's right. We are inclusive to all the he, she's, they, thems, all of that shit. Welcome in.
You lift, we love you.
Yeah, if you lift, we love you. If you think that...
If you don't lift, you don't count.
Exactly. If you think arching on bench press is cheating, you're gay. So, that means... all right. So...
Not that there's anything wrong with me.
It's nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. You're right. You know what? I'll go ahead and cancel myself. You guys still have to take it easy.
Right. So, I'm the only host of this show.
So, welcome back. I think we're doing really good. We're on my end. We're on a deload sesh. So
yeah.
My body is feeling
those days, those weeks.
Well, feeling pretty good. I've been looking forward to it. Last week I absolutely shat the bed.
Yeah.
Hardcore. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Numbers still flew. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm chilling. But it's like I had I think you were there for that. I had max effort lower, and it was supposed to be just regular SSB squat. Fucking, I was like, just not prepared for it. Didn't eat enough for it. Just did not prepare for it. And it was
one of those days.
Just one of those days. And I was
didn't fucking go.
I was like really hoping for at least like anything above 650.
Yeah.
Ended up just like hitting the tail end of 616.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where we stopped.
Yeah.
That was okay.
But you know what though? Like, here's the thing I always like to remind people of is, all right, yeah, numbers are great and everything, but you're still sending that max effort stimulus to your body, you know? So that's kind of the beauty of it is like, okay, you didn't hit the number you wanted, which sucks because we're very numbers driven in powerlifting.
Very much so.
But you still sent that massive stimulus to your body of like, hey, we need to be strong. I didn't feed you enough to be strong as we can be, but you still sent that stimulus to your body. And like, that's the key thing is like, all right, the numbers may not always be there, but what the signal you're sending to your body is what matters.
All right, you saved me for one more day. I was gonna kill myself.
You're gonna paint the walls in the Kurt Cobain style.
Damn straight I was. I was gonna have a max effort fucking dead hang. That's what the fuck I was gonna do. That support beam was gonna have a max effort dead hang, right? Going on. But so we just got done training. I'm feeling really good.
I'm all pumped up. Titties are bouncing, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, we were just talking about this, and this is for all the people out there that ever go and be like, well, you know, prep isn't really feeling that good. Let me tell you a little story about Andrew Harris, all right? So going into this prep, we were like, oh, things aren't moving through.
The first 4 weeks we're like, shit, all right, we want to go.
Yeah. And we're just like, but then it's just like your 551 moved so fucking well. Your 567 moved really well on deadlift. And then just today you hit 374 on bench. Shit moved easy. And I just looked at you and I was like,
yeah,
hey.
I got to struggle.
Dude, it's so nice to see you now really like, the body's just.
We're 4 weeks out and it's like nothing. And now we see the light. You see the light in the tunnel. Like, okay, we actually might hit some PRs and hit some big numbers and get close to that 1,700 total.
Fuck yeah, we are, dude.
So,
hell yeah, I'm excited.
Like, okay, we might hit like 415, 420 on that bench.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh yes, with everything how the trajectories that we are hitting, with the trajectory that you are hitting. All the numbers that you're hitting, that is a definite thing that's going to happen. I feel it. I feel it in my balls. Yeah, that's how fucking good.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the first prep that I've gone into where like I haven't had elbow or shoulder issues. Knock on wood now.
Straight up, dude. Seriously.
So I'm like, okay, bench. I mean, bench this whole prep has been feeling good. So I'm happy about that.
Yes.
But yeah, like okay, like I think. So I was reflecting on this earlier in the past like week or so. I think this off season was really really good and needed, and I think I got a lot stronger it was just some of the, like starting to prep, it was just some of the old injury stuff coming up and causing some nerve issues and stuff like that that was like derailing some of the progress. But now that like we're kind of figuring out how to mitigate that stuff and able to keep moving forward, like I think the strength is a lot is greater than what it was. So I'm like, and the other thing too, I'm noticing like the knee sleeves are way tighter than they were last time I wore them, and I'm like, do my legs grow a little bit?
Yeah, they do.
There's honestly, you know, like looking back now, I'm like, okay, I think that off season, especially when we took a little time off from squatting and deadlifting, gave my body the, you know, time to recover and like heal up, I think actually was really good. And like, you know, we focused on some other things and that allowed everything to kind of heal and get better and improve. And yeah, I feel like we're definitely pushing to move.
Yeah. I mean, I was not gonna lie, I was a little worried at one point, but then I think again, this goes into how everyone's different when it comes to peaking, right? There are some people who are able to that need kind of like almost like a little bit of like a handhold from the very get-go, and like really, and then there are some people who are just able to like they hit the needed stimulus, and then after that it's just done, right?
Yeah.
For you, I'm noticing that that's a huge thing.
I really like the singles.
I know, and it's literally for folks, for all you wondering, his peak, his prep and peak has literally just been hit this top single, go hit your accessories.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he's been doing. That's all I've been having him do.
Yeah.
I tried to do
We'll try to do the normal, like some doubles, triples.
Yeah.
And that was what was causing some of the issues with the nerves and everything. And so like, well, the first rep seems fine, so let's fucking just do one rep then.
Yeah. And I think that like, again, it's also too, I feel like, I feel like also too at your level of strength, it's the doubles and triples, doubles, and then leading into singles might just not have worked for you. It's just, you are just like, hey, I just need this. And then I'm done. And I'm like, hey, it works. Because honestly, I think the biggest thing too is that we've just been pushing way more. I feel like if we were really trying to dive into like, hey, fucking hit this 2 sets of 3 into 2x2, then a 2x1, then a 1, like how I did with your bench press, I feel like that would have really pissed off a lot of those nagging injuries that you were having, and then we would be shit out of them.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we took you into the deep water for just 2 seconds and brought you right back in. It's like now it's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, and I think a big part of it is understanding that you're not really going to gain that much strength late in the prep.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, you don't have to focus on so much the reps later on in prep. That's like off season building up to that
Exactly.
point, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things. I get the reps and like trying to like build up to that, but I really I enjoy just having singles all day. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot more fun and enjoyable.
It's just, I think also too, yeah, because it's like for other athletes that I've run this with, and I've run this on, they really enjoyed, because it's just a pyramid. It's a pyramid scheme going into singles, and like because there's like some people who like really like their CNS isn't too. I think I'm not gonna say it's matured, because I don't think that is the correct word for the nervous system itself. But I feel like your CNS is able to fire very well with just a single and then fucking call it. And this is something that like I actually did, because I had a chance to actually sit down with Alec, and I looked at his programming when he was working with Andy.
Yeah.
And this is how Andy peaked John Hack and him. And so it was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, we talked about it with like Kirk Wesley. You know, he would just do a headstand when I was it. So like, there's something to it. You know, I think, you know, it's also managing the load on the CNS. In a single, it's tough, but I think it's a little less than having to do like all right, do, 2 sets of 2 or whatever, and then, and then do back downs and all this stuff. Cause that becomes a lot on the, on the CNS and the body, so I think like singles kind of allows you to recover a little bit better. I feel like
I honestly think that too, at the same time, I'm almost of the camp of no more, don't like back downs are great off season.
Yeah, I think it's more of an off season.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a little much in prep.
Especially for like, if we're like, I mean, once you get to the level that we're at, I feel like, and then again, it's like, there's some people who's like, well, you just get detrained. It's like, well, then that's why you don't immediately pull out all of your accessory work.
Yeah.
And also, dude, don't stop doing your GPP.
Yeah.
For those of you that listened to our conjugate episode, the one prior, they should know that GPP's general physical preparedness. So you guys, you fucking, anyway. But with that being said, though, is that like, I mean, this goes into a little bit of like one of the subjects that we were going to go into, which is huge when it comes to the longevity portion. Like we said, longevity is within the mentality, right? So, like, I know that as I've gotten older, I've really had to learn, especially with bringing coaching into the mix. I've had to learn a lot of different techniques for balancing.
Yeah.
Right. Having to balance
life. Because also as we get older, you tend to get more responsibilities.
Yes.
You have a partner that you have to also have a relationship with, so you got to balance that. You have to have work. You have multiple jobs. You work as a coach and as an APT, so figuring out that balance of like, when you're in your 20s, it's easy to be like, oh, I'm dedicating my whole life to this because I got shit else to do.
Yeah, that's the truth. And it's like, mind you too, it's like, that's the one thing. Cause like, I mean, even then I can't really hold it against a lot of the college students. I remember once I just got done eating dinner with like, Keith and Chris and a couple others. And, I came back to STS to go to the bathroom before heading back home. And I walked in, it was like 9:00 at night. There's a bunch of college students just fucking getting it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I sat there, I was like, I don't know how you guys are, but then I remembered, it's like, okay, it's one thing to look at college students and be like, you guys don't have any fucking responsibility. When at the same time, actually, in reality, they actually have a lot of responsibility and a lot of shit that's like, I mean, like, mind you, here's the thing. All right, hold on. This might be a hot take for me to say, but it's like, I mean, unless you're one of those kids that definitely has like, well, mom and dad kind of pay for all this stuff. It's like for me, I had you get the VA benefits, right? And it's like, but at the time, the VA benefits were helping, but I also had to work at the same time, and I was taking care of my wife. So it was like, when I was training, it was like, hey, I got to train. This is the amount of time I have, and then I have to go home and fucking study. And I have to, it's like, hey, I can't actually go in. I had to push training a little bit because I have a midterm that I have to do, and that midterm is like 70% of our grade. So I have to make sure that fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, so it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so when it comes to balancing, you almost have to list out your priorities, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of us would really love to be like really good at being at powerlifting, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you have the option, like if you could do powerlifting as your sole job, and that's all you had to focus on every day, be like, let's do this.
Yeah, dude,
That'd be great.
it would be fantastic.
But that's not reality.
Or if it was just like, yeah, it's not reality. Or if it was like, all right, well, there's a pipeline where it's like you have the, like take for instance, okay, so you competed for this long. There's a pipeline to where you become a national coach and you coach the national team for a certain amount of money. That would be, first off, that would be
pretty cool.
A fucking dream, dude. But like, with that being said, that's not reality. So when it came to like balancing my own priorities, when I was like, so I was working at the time, I was working 2 jobs and I was going to school and I was training. Which luckily I was working at CETC at the time as behind the desk.
Yeah.
So I would, come in, work, but also like
get in a little bit of
a training session. So that was a big benefit. But it was like, so the point of it is that like, understand that the gym, that powerlifting itself is not going anywhere anytime soon. So if you guys are out there and you guys are like, fuck, I'm struggling to just get my training in, find where you have time, even if it is just an hour to an hour and a half, right? Even if it's just 3 times a week. So long as you're going in and you're doing something that's going to benefit your strength and at least maintain what you can have.
Yeah.
When the time comes where you can actually start dedicating more time to powerlifting, that's where you do it. And that's actually how you don't get so burnt out on it. If you start to try and juggle so much of the stuff, because that was what I was doing. And that's actually one of the big reasons why I hurt myself, was because I was trying to be a coach, and then I was trying to go to school, and then I was also trying to be an elite powerlifter. And it's like, at some point,
Something's gotta give.
Someone's gonna give, and it just happened to be my body.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, I mean, I think that was part of what I was experiencing going into this prep, was like, you know, I got school going on, working, also was in the process of buying a home, you know, so there is a lot of stresses going into it. I think that played also a role into some of the things that was going on and not being able to be strong. And like, now that, you know, one of the big things is over, I think that some of the relief is there, and I'm able to like, oh yeah, like, all right, now I feel better, and like the stress is kind of dissipated some. So, you know, that, I think that helps a lot. So it's one of those things you got to keep in mind as you're doing this. You know, there's a lot of outside factors that play into how strong you can get.
yeah,
At a certain time. You know, so there's going to be seasons to this. There's going to be seasons where it's like, I'm just working as hard as I can to maintain what I have, or try to get 5 pounds. And then there's going to be seasons where you're like, everything's flowing really good because I don't have a lot of external factors.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling really good. I'm able to put, you know, more and more weight on the bar, and I'm able to focus on this. You know, so, you know, that's something you got to remember. There's going to be seasons to this. And, you know, you can look at some of these elite guys, these guys and gals at the top, who are able to focus on this a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you can compare yourself to them, but that's not going to be realistic, because they are able to spend most of their time focused on a sport. You know, and then that's why they are at that level, or let me know that's not why, but at that point now where they can do that, you know, they're at an advantage, because they can spend all day training and then recovery and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I would like to say that I am very blessed in the fact that, like, my life is literally go to work, train,
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, it's also too, it's like, one of the big things is too, is that you have to also mitigate, in order to balance, you have to be able to mitigate your stressors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people end up like getting into relationships, and that's great.
Can be great.
It's a fantastic thing, and I actually implore all of you, men and women and non-binary, to go out there and find your someone, because especially if they're in your corner, they're gonna make your life a lot easier, right? My wife, she is fucking awesome, because my wife is also a coach, but she does aerial acrobats. That's what she does. My wife is fucking strong. Everybody, when it comes to like, she's a
crazy,
dude, and she does the silks, she does the hoop, she does the straps, she does all that shit. And not only does she do it and perform it, but she also teaches it. So she understands what I'm trying to do, which was really funny, because I remember once when I was getting ready, we were leaving to go, and I was going to do my first, it was the meet that was going to get hit my first 2K total.
Yeah.
And we were driving, and Jessica goes, so what are you planning on hitting? And I told her my numbers, and she went, when when did you get to there? And I went, what are you talking about? You've been there the whole time. She was like, it just seems like yesterday you were like, hey, I'm going to go to CTC. And I'm like, yeah, but now she was like, wait, when did you bench 500 pounds? I was like, I showed you the video when it happened. But like, that was always, that made me do that made me laugh. Cause it was like,
Yeah.
it was almost as like, it's almost like that one parent that comes in and goes, how old are you? 18? What the fuck?
How'd you get so old?
How did you, wait, whoa. But like,
Yeah.
so, but like going on with that is I found someone who understood what I was trying to do. And so she actually makes it a point to try and make it easier for me.
Yeah.
Right. So she'll come up to me. How are your supplements? Yeah. Where are we at on your supplements? Okay. It's this. Okay.
What do we need?
What do we need? Okay.
Are you taking them regularly?
Yeah. Well, she doesn't ask me that.
Right.
Luckily, she's like, because I'd be like, I'm taking it, Mom.
Yes.
But like, she'll also be like, okay, all right, what food do you need?
Yeah.
Did you prep it yet? Okay, let me help you prep it. Or how was training? I was like, oh, it's just stressful. I need to get ready for work and stuff like that for the next day. And she'll go, oh, go take a shot. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And like, vice versa, right? If she's like, oh, I had a very long day, I go, oh, okay, bet. I'll get you McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because she likes it. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's a give and take, right? And then the worst thing that you get possibly, not the worst thing. I mean, obviously, hey man, I love the cam. Get laid. Fuck it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know how else to make it very subtle. But like, sex is a great stress reliever. Just throwing it out there. Just, hey, take it, leave it, whatever. But with that being said, it is a big detriment if you're trying to do something and you have a partner that has no idea and does not understand what you're doing and will look at you and go, well, why are you doing this? Yeah. And you're like, well, I'm trying to hit this. No, I'm trying to hit these numbers. And he or she goes, well, I want to hang out with you. Like,
Yeah, that's when we can become rough on the situation. But yeah, that's when we find out that's this chill. It makes a world of difference.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Like huge difference.
And if it just so happens that you end up finding that person and they become like almost the bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have sex with your bros. Anyway. But like, but when it comes to balance, understand that priorities like you have to prioritize your time efficiently,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like to me, the worst thing to do is to put things like food and sleep on the back burner,
Oh, yeah.
right? And the reason why I say, and it seems fucking
Seems obvious.
but I will say it because I have no problem putting myself out on the chopping block here. But for a while, for a good amount of time, especially while I was in school, I fucked that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Where do you get that from?
I was like, hey, I don't have time to prep. I'm going to go eat a fucking California burrito to the face. Or I know I have to study. Instead of studying like an hour a night, I push it off all the way to Friday or Saturday. And then just fucking,
No, I never do that.
just fucking binge a 6 hour fucking, like try to sit there and read, listen, watching your lecture videos. Like,
I figured everything.
I remember them talking about that kind of thing. What the fuck? This doesn't sound like biology. It's not. It's fucking math. Oh shit. You know, like, but like, the biggest thing, and I know, especially because I was very late in life diagnosed ADHD. And I know that, trust me, like, sometimes I fucking hate, you know why I hate sometimes telling people that?
Because they...
Speak freely, it's fine.
No. I'm trying to think of the word. They handicap you, kind of like.
It feels like I try my hardest not to make it sound like an excuse or a handicap,
Yeah.
but it is true. This is what I have.
Yeah.
And it's like, but another reason why is because it's become so popular to self-diagnose when it's like, I have this. And people are like, do you really? I'm like, yes, I was diagnosed by a psychiatrist and I had to get fucking medication. And like, strangely enough, the moment I started taking medication, my schoolwork went perfectly.
Yeah.
Everything moved perfectly. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, that makes sense. I didn't have to get my ass beat all the time by my parents in order for me to fucking.
That would have been a little nicer.
It would have been great. But like, anyway.
I know. Well, has actually, I've been wondering about that, if I have a little bit of it.
ADHD or autism? I can tell. It's a spectrum. Anyway.
I was like, I've been interested because, you know, I struggle. I'm doing great in school, but like I do still struggle with like focusing, you know, like I'm lucky enough that I can like just look at something and remember it, and be able to do the test and be fine. But I do have a problem with like staying focused for a certain period of time.
Oh, yeah.
So I wonder if I do have a little bit of it. I'm like, I know, because I never tried. What is it? Adderall. Yeah, I've never tried it.
That's totally,
like,
yeah.
I wonder if how it would work.
So I always tell the story, and I always tell people this story, whoever are like, well, I don't know if I have it or not. So this is how I found out I had it. I was in the military. And while I was in the military, a group of my friends were like, we're gonna stay up and we're gonna fucking go and party and shit. I was like, okay. And my friend goes, we're gonna take some Adderall too. I was like, oh, okay, sick. I'll fucking take some. Fuck it. Whatever. You know what I mean? I was at that point in my military career where I was like, fuck it, I don't care.
I don't care anymore.
I don't fucking care anymore. And so, I was actually in A school getting ready to go and do intel work. But, so.
You're at the point where you didn't care already like,
Yeah.
You were just starting off.
No, I was in deck department, so I was 3 years deep.
Oh, okay. You were
3 years deep
already.
2 years deep. So and I was already in
Deck department.
Yeah, dude, I was yeah, it was bad. Yeah, well, Adam had a drinking problem at that time too, buddy. Yeah,
That's
he's
his
the
deck.
truth. He's the truth.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
deck?
But so I was like, fuck it, all right, if we're gonna party, I'll take it. So
Yeah.
I took it, and they're like, dude, my friends were bouncing off the walls, fucking.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, oh, yeah, I feel like I could take it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Nothing.
Like,
And the only thing I could really say was, holy fuck, I feel clear. Like my brain felt completely clear. I had no intrusive thoughts. I had nothing that was distracting. I just felt very like, I feel normal.
yeah.
And,
fun.
they were like, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out. And I was like, I'm gonna go home. And they're like, and they were like, oh, you don't want to come with us? I was like, no, I just want to go home. I went home. I went back to my little room, and I folded my laundry, which I never do. I folded my laundry, put it away, and went to bed. I was in bed by 10 o'clock that night. And I woke up and I was like,
What the hell was that?
dude. And then so I went to a psychologist. The psychologist had me did all this stuff, and then she was like, okay, so you have ADHD the inattentive type. And I was like, because there's a bunch of different versions of ADHD. And I was like, what does that? So what does that mean? She's like, not only can you not focus, what the big thing is that you're inattentive to shit. So more than likely, how often have you put shit down and left and then completely forgot about it and you have no idea where it is? And I'm like, all the fucking time. And she was like, welcome to it. That's part of it. That's a part of it. But it's also too, it's like how it affects in friendships as well as relationships is, let's say you moved. A big thing that happens with a lot of people with ADHD is out of sight, out of mind. So it's like a lot of people are like, I should call that person. If you're not within a vicinity of me, it's so easy for me to just be like, who? Oh, I haven't spoken to them in years. You know what I'm saying? But it's also too, comes with everything else. The procrastination, the jumping from things to things, hyper focusing on things. So like take, for instance, during the time that I was in school, right? I went through twice, right? The first time, no medication. but I got really good at coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I was like not paying attention to school as much, but I very hardcore zeroed in on coaching. Then my second time around, when I realized that, oh, PT is a lot like coaching. Folks, I'm stupid, but anyway. And then I went through it the second time. Once I went through it the second time, and I was like, okay, this is what I have, and I started taking medication for it. My brother in Christ, it was
Way different.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
For like that time being. Now, mind you, like you can take Adderall, but the one I was prescribed was Ritalin.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
prescribed Ritalin, and it was like I stopped taking it because it made me feel like a fucking zombie. Right?
Too much.
Well, yeah, it was like, don't get me wrong. Intrusive thoughts were gone. I was able to zero in and focus on the things that I needed to. I was able to actively plan and be able to stick to the plan and be able to go, okay, not get distracted.
Yeah.
However, I had no emotional output. I couldn't emote for word worth of shit. But the cool thing, and I mind you, a lot of people are like, that's not great. But the cool thing that I would say that was really fun about it was that like throughout the whole day, because it was a long release, throughout the whole day, I was very much like SpongeBob when he became normal, like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? It was like that. And then like at 6:30 at night, it wore off and I came alive, dude. And what sucked about that was that we would have these like meetings, because at the time we were doing also too, when I was on it, it was also during the time that we were doing rotations.
Yeah.
So we started doing rotations during that time as well. And we would have these meetings late at night, like 6:30 after class. So during class, I'm like,
You ready?
hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Calm normal.
Yeah, we're just going to do this. What's going on? Oh, no, I'm just finishing my work. And then 6:30 would hit and I'd go fucking, dude, like fucking absolute goblin hour, dude, ready to fucking take on the world at fucking 6:30 at night. Everyone else is like, what the fuck? And I was like, I would just fucking,
Yeah.
and then I would come home and just like not sleep very well. Because again, it was just like, I was like, I fucking need to do all this stuff. I need to do all these things and everything, blah, 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 blah. And then, then I would tire myself at like 11 o'clock at night, just pass out.
Yeah, I heard, I think that's what a lot of ADHD people like video games, because you're able to hyper focus on it.
Yeah. I definitely, and it's like, strangely enough, like lore too.
Yeah.
So like, take for instance, that's the biggest thing that made me like stick to like the Dark Souls and like Bloodborne, is because one, they were extremely hard. The challenge was there. So like I could focus in on what the fuck I'm doing. But the lore behind it, the story behind it was something that you can be like, whoa, fuck. Okay, so this made this and this did blah, 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 blah. So it's like, that was definitely something that I was able to like hyper focus on. Another thing that I hyper focused on for like a good amount of time that I was like, was music. When I was growing up, it was music. I would sit in my room and play for like 10 hours at a time. Yeah, and then I would go and run, come back and play more and stuff like that. Like, but the thing that got me though was that like I would sit there and I'd practice, but I never got really that good at it.
You get better at it.
But what were we talking about?
What were we talking about before? Oh, balance stuff.
Oh,
So one of the things I wanted to bring up about balance, actually, as coaches,
oh yes.
because one of the hard parts is lifting at the gym you train people at as a coach is very difficult.
Yes.
I found because like like when it's your time,
Oh yeah.
it's hard because everybody wants to come up and ask you stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's hard to make that switch. So that's something I found as a coach. It's good to have a place that you can go that's not where you're not coach.
Oh yeah. Oh, very much so. It's also too something that I actually wanted to start implementing which is something that For those of you that remember Iron Beard, Mario, when he was on, I actually asked him, and he made a video of it too. He talked about how when he's at the gym, when he has his headphones on,
Yes. No coaching.
yeah, no coaching, no talking.
I'm not coaching.
Yeah. But then the moment he takes his headphones off, that's when people can actually come and talk to him and stuff like that. And that's another thing too, especially if you're a coach. And I know I have to work on it. I still do. But it's like, I'm getting better at it. But the thing is that it's like, it can actually take what you would consider a 2 hour long workout, an hour and a half, 2 hours,
3 hours,
make it three, exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you get into coaching mode and someone's like, can you help me with this? Cause this, and you're like, yeah, sure. And then you just start,
Yeah, I'm not good.
Yeah.
Because like you want to help. That's why we do this. We want to help people.
exactly.
But it's also like, all right, I need to help myself first.
Exactly.
The hard part. So that's part of also finding that balance. And the other hard part about it is we've like you become friends with everybody too. So it's like, it's my friend. I want to help my friend. And
Oh yeah. Or just like your friend comes over and goes, dude, you're not going to believe what the fuck happened to me this weekend. And you're like,
okay,
I do. What happened? What happened?
I know. Yeah, it's I almost kind of wish. It's inevitable. You make friends at the place you go work out at, no matter what. But it's like you almost kind of wish you had that place you can go where it's like no one really knows you, and everybody's just kind of doing their own thing, and you're just like,
Yeah.
all right, we go lift real quick.
Yeah. It truly is.
But also one of the great things about the gym is that you have a bunch of people there, and
Yeah.
you do get to socialize and
A little, yeah. And don't get me wrong. It's like, it's also too, if you're a really good coach, word spreads. So it's like,
yeah.
I've definitely had a lot. I've had one moment at like when I've gone to compound and someone was like, I know you're a coach, right? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I'm having trouble with my debt. Fuck.
Nah.
I'm gonna help you.
All right.
I'm gonna help you.
That's $20.
But so do you have anything else? Because I want to switch gears a little bit. Because we talked about it and I wanted to, we're going to talk about this because I'm of the camp that who gives a shit. And I think you are too. But it's like, and Colton just posted him pulling 1,036. And then, he also at the competition that we were talking about last time, he deadlifted 1146 with straps.
520 is.
And I'm not gonna lie to you personally. I personally am getting very sick and tired of sumo doesn't count.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time though, I still am of the camp because I pull conventional, right? I'm a God-fearing man, an American, red-blooded American, right? And I pull fucking conventional. And I want everyone to fucking know that, right? Let it be known, conventional.
Yeah, but you know what? Because you've told me behind closed doors, if you could pull sumo, you would.
How dare you? How dare you? Don't you dare put me
Hold your secret.
How dare you put me out there like
I'm out the closet already, damn it.
God, I would. I have horrible hip mobility, so I can't pull sumo. So I'm just gonna sit here and just do what anyone else does and go, sumo's gay.
So stupid.
It's so stupid.
I know. Well, that's like, I got pretty decent at sumo during that time period that I had to do it right after the injury. But it's hard. Like
It's hard.
and like unless you've tried to do it and lift heavy with it, like shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
To try like diminish it because you can't do it. And you don't understand it. Like, shut up.
It's truly. Clip that. You just clip that. That's good. That's good stuff. Dude, but it truly is a very, very hard lift to master. You can get away with so much when it comes to conventional.
Yeah.
You really can. I have seen, I'm not going to name names, but I have seen some people struggle bust through fucking conventional, but they still hit their number. but you can't struggle less through sumo.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not gonna be a fun time for you.
Yeah.
It's definitely a skill-based lift.
Well, and like at the end of the day, you still gotta be strong. You should be strong as fuck. And you're still picking that weight off the ground. You know? So it's yes, they are technically a little different. There's a couple different minor muscles that work differently, whatever bullshit. It's not that different of a lift to be like, oh, it should be separated. No, fuck off.
It's still a deadlift.
It's still a deadlift. You're still lifting off the ground. And this whole like, oh, but they're barely. No, they're not. Like, look how far Colton's got off the ground. Like,
Yeah.
it was plenty far off the ground. I lifted it plenty of distance.
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
I mean,
But it's people always do this stupid shit. They're always in these camps of like, sumo's too stupid, so if you live sumo, you don't count. No, shut the fuck up.
You know, it's usually, I find that the people that are usually the ones that are being like, well, it's sumo, so it doesn't count, are usually the dudes that can't deadlift very heavy at all, conventional or sumo.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, if you knew how to move, if you knew your body mechanics well enough to be able to do sumo very, very well, you would not be saying that shit.
Yeah.
And like personally for me, yes, I agree. If I actually took the time and really worked on my hip mobility and got really good at sumo, I feel like I'd be really good at it. However, I personally have always pulled conventional. I love conventional. I just love I just love the conventional deadlift.
Yeah.
And it's definitely it's the form that I stacked my chips into. Now,
Yeah.
will I ever pull 1,000 pounds? Who knows? Who knows? But the fact that there are tons of sumo fucking pause, Adam. The fact that there are 3 really good sumo deadlifters that have pulled well over 1,000 pounds is fucking remarkable.
Yeah.
Right. And so far, and it's like, I think Colton, when he pulled his 1146 or whatever with straps, I think Hafthor Bjorsen actually commented on it. It said,
Oh, they've been going back and forth a little bit.
it's ridiculous, dude. Because like in my head, I was like, Hafthor, don't get me wrong. If I'm not going to take anything away from your 11, was it 51 that he
It was 510 kg. That's whatever that is.
Yeah. We're not going to take away from that.
Yeah.
However, this dude walked out with just straps.
Yeah. Because, like, yeah, I mean, Thor, one, you weigh over 400 pounds, which is almost double what Colton weighs. Okay. You wear a deadlift suit. You have 2 belts on. Like, shut the fuck up.
You're not in the same camp, dude. You're not in the same camp.
Like, yeah, and then like I went on the whole thread. I saw what Thor posted right after it. I went on that whole thread and read some of the comments, and the amount of people on there, dude, no, sumo doesn't count. It's just like, you people are ridiculous. Like, and none of you are even close to where these guys are and what you can do. So
Yeah.
like,
And they probably just do missionary.
yeah,
All of them. They probably just do missionary. Have never understood the love and the caressing feeling of a butt binky ever.
yeah, or doing scissoring
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
because they're lesbians.
But I mean,
But yeah, it's a silly debate that, like, to compare them is, yeah, they should be comparing because they're fucking deadlift at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, here's the hot take.
yeah,
Colton has the biggest deadlift of all time right now.
he does.
Yeah.
That's not a hot take, I don't think.
It shouldn't be, but it is because people are like, well, Shua doesn't count.
Well, this is the same camp of people that believe that arching is fucking cheating.
Yeah.
And there's such a wealth of knowledge out there that, like, how are you going to sit there and be like, no, that's cheating? Shut the fuck up.
Because these people, because they can't do it, so they gotta. It's a typical, if I can't do it, well, you're not doing it the way I think is correct, so it doesn't count.
That's true.
It's what all these people do. They hate their lives, so they got to make everybody else feel bad.
Yeah. It's always remember, if you think you're good at something, just know that there's a 14-year-old Korean or Japanese girl that can do it better than you.
Right.
Just being honest.
But I am tired of this debate. Like, it's stupid.
Or Filipino, throwing that out there.
Yeah. Calves and Filipinos.
Jesus Christ.
I wish I had that.
The amount of people that I've been like, damn, dude, you have a really nice squat. Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Called it. There it is. there it is. There. Now, I want to just caveat that I'm not just saying that they're great at squat. They're great at other things too. I'm just saying. Just gonna put that out there. God, dude.
You're on a roll this one.
Fucking, I see it too. It's fucking going on my Instagram. All right, guys, here's my apology.
Gotta apologize. I've said some stuff.
body
It just worked out. My blood was in my muscles, not my brain. I wasn't working the best.
I want to let you guys know that I am a huge follower and supporter of the Filipino people. My wife is half Filipino. I love the Filipino people. That's what it is. Anyway, so I mean, like that's the biggest thing I've noticed when it comes to like big debates on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. And I've noticed that the next one, this is going into the next thing I wanted to talk about as well, is like there's this other debate that I've been seeing that I'm just like sitting there, I'm like, I thought this was over with, but
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring it back, and that is shrugging during the squat when getting your inhale for your brace. There are a lot of people that are just like, I can't believe I used to listen to people saying that shrugging on your breathe in for the squat was a bad thing or whatever. Because how can you say that when all these really, really great squatters, they do it? So like, blah, blah, blah. Dr. Seth Albersworth actually said it very, very well. You can't take into consideration, you could take into consideration what the elites do. Sure. But it's like, that's not all the general mass can do. The general masses aren't, and it's something if you're trying to teach them something like that,
Yeah.
you can't.
Well, why don't we go into why the mechanics of why shrugging would be bad?
Yeah, it's because you lose position, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like for me, I would rather get tight, get into the position, stand up with it, and learn how to properly brace without moving my upper torso. And it's like I, for one, can sit here and say, "Listen, I'm not Russell Orhe. I'm not Jesus Oliveras." And actually, I actually just saw a recent clip of Jesus squatting, and when he does a very slight shrug. It's not very dramatic. He still stays stacked.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that was all going to get into it. I think the reason why shrugging when you take your breath in is that, the tendency is then to bring your chest up, which removes that stack of what you're trying to do here when you're hunkered down into this position and stack your abdominals to be able to handle that load. So if you're shrugging, you're coming up here. So now you're opening up your abdominals and you're not stacked. So that's why you want to get rid of that cue, because most people don't have the core strength to be able to hold the massive amount of weight if you're doing this. Yeah. So you want, if you're shrugging and you're coming up, well, that's going to put you in a detrimental position. Mm-hmm. And it's probably why your ass is coming up when you come up out of the hole.
Yeah. But again, it's like we talked about in the. You make a good point. That was a really good point. Let me just say that. That's a really good point. In a sense that it's like, you're opening the scissors. It's like again, you're getting under the bar, getting really good, really stacked, and then you're immediately pulling yourself out of position, or you're immediately loosening or getting and losing that tightness, and then trying to squat heavy amounts of weight. Now, another part of it is we talked about it so many times. There are things that people do and they're able to get away with it. Yeah. And it's because also too, I feel like the better you get and the stronger you get, the better mind, obviously mind muscle connection. So you're able to kind of like learn how your body moves while you're doing something. So it's like once you get the weight on your back, some of them may just be really, really good at being able to do that shrug and then pull themselves right back into it. They're strong enough to be able to pull themselves right into that position again.
Yeah.
But again, there's a reason why they're good at what they're doing, and it's because they're the elite. They're the best of the best. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get there, but if you don't if you don't do or you don't have the accumulated core strength or the ability to understand what it feels like to properly brace, and then you try and do that, it's gonna push a learning of it's gonna push you to learn something that you're not proficient at.
Yeah, because it's not the shrug that's the problem. It's what you're doing because of the shrug. So let's try to remove the shrug so that you don't do this part, and that's a lot easier than trying to be like, okay, well, if you're going to shrug, then remember to get back down 100. So it's like, you're trying to figure out a way to mitigate these things that you're doing that are putting you in a bad position. So it's like, as the coach, that's what you're trying to correct in somebody. Mm-hmm. So it may not be that the shrug is bad for you. It's just it's putting you now in a bad position. So we're going to try to prevent you from getting in that bad position in the first place.
Exactly.
Removing an unnecessary part of your movement, And
it's not necessarily going to be a waste of energy.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation completely. And that's a lot. That was the biggest argument that I saw on this reel. Was this guy was like, the worst advice I ever saw was that someone told me that shrugging when you brace is a waste of energy. How is it that all these guys could do it? No, the problem with it is again, like we just talked about, is positioning. Mm-hmm. And I've always been of the camp of where you start is how you finish, right? And the amount of people that were just like, again, it's Instagram, so it's like,
yeah.
But the amount of people that were like, oh yeah, dude, I used to say the same thing, and then I started doing this, and all my squats feel really good. It's like, okay, well, get maximal load on your back.
Yeah.
Take a maximal load on your back.
I saw some clips earlier. The Parks and Rec Andy's best 5 moments.
Oh shit!
And when they're like, there's some great comeback stories. Seabiscuit, did a middle softball field there, and then he's like Kim Kardashian too. He's like, I think she got some comeback.
Oh. And everyone loses it, dude. I still remember that, dude.
What? So great.
Dude, my favorite one of him that he said, it was a blooper.
Yeah.
He's like, my diarrhea's coming out like hot snakes.
Oh, yeah. It was on the same reel.
Ron Swanson, or the guy who plays, what's his name? Nick Offerman starts fucking losing it. And like, another one is that he's like talking to a doctor, and it's like this one got Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
And he was like, I feel like there's like a brown marker down there, because I'm like, I wipe and I wipe and I wipe. Like, it's still brown. I just still go. I don't understand. And dude, Aubrey Plaza just starts fucking dying, dude. And, dude, honestly, like, it must have been so much fun.
So much fun to be on that set.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we're like 53 minutes in.
Okay. I want to get into something that we were talking about earlier at the gym. And this is something I hear a lot from different coaches that put out when it comes to content. Mm-hmm. And that is, it's this thing of like, one day you're going to walk into the gym and it's going to be your last time walking in there. One day it's going to be the last time you ever hit a PR. Yeah. And it's going to be just any normal day. And you're just going to be like, wow, I can't believe that that was my last time I could ever do. And it's like, I get so frustrated with this. Yeah. And this is, you can put it in either as a gym myth or as a pet peeve or whatever, as a fucking peeve the fuck up. But
yeah, it makes you peeve the fuck up.
Yeah, it's peeve the fuck.
Peeve the fuck up.
Yes. Now, it gets me so frustrated especially because like, it's almost like this whole like, oh, okay, once one day you're going to hit your last PR and then what, you're never going to lift again? No, dude.
Or nothing you do after that matters.
Yeah. You shift your parameters, you shift your goals, you shift the things that you want to do. And yeah, okay, let's be, okay, I can agree. We can all agree. Yes, they are right.
At some point, you're going to be the strongest you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at one point, you're probably, and then again, one day you're going to step on the platform and it'll probably be your last like competitive competition. But that doesn't mean that you stop competing, even if it's
nothing you do after matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's different milestones that you can hit and everything. It's just it's an nihilistic, pessimistic view of your lifting journey.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
like, okay, yes, that's the reality. One day you will be your strongest. And then from then on, you will not be as strong as you once were. Okay. But, you know, if you continue to do this, there are milestones of like, okay, well, this was my best in my 40s. This was my best in my 50s, 60s. You can keep going and you can keep having new milestones of like, hey, like I competed at 58 and I had this.
Yeah. I mean, like,
You know?
I personally still look at a lot of stuff. And again, the best example of this is, On.
Yeah.
On is the best. He is the best example of this. I wonder who he's doing, by the way.
Well, he's doing that. I just saw him yesterday.
Oh, good. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, good. But like, dude is, how old is he again? 54?
Yeah.
55? Dude, just moving massive fucking weight. Still.
Yeah.
Still fucking trucking. Now, mind you, again, are we him? No. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to still be in our 50s, close to our 60s, still trucking.
Yes, you can still be close to what you once were. Like there's nothing that says that you can't, you know, keep pushing. Maybe you're not at 100% of what you once were, but maybe you're still 95%. Like that's still impressive.
Hell yeah.
Still fucking badass.
And it's
Like who cares?
and exactly.
Who cares? Like it's these people that like have this negative view of everything of like, well, one day I'm not gonna be as good as I once was, and like, who cares? I can like
All that matters is that all that matters to me right now is like, yes, I want to compete as long as I possibly can and be as competitive as I possibly can. Okay. But once I hit a certain age, my goal is going to be, okay, well, how do I avoid getting to the area that my patients are?
yeah.
Because I'm
Or why not put up some fucking national records at whatever age group you're in?
that's what I'm saying.
Like put up some world records, whatever age you like. Make that your goal. Like
Yes.
there's other things that you can achieve in this lifting life that like so what if you can't do what you want to do? Like, okay, well be the best at fucking your 50s, be the best in your 60s. Like
Exactly.
fuck it, like get those new goals like that. Like
Dude, there's a dude that fuck, man. He almost competed in like so many Ironmonger meets. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Super old.
That's look like you barely walk up to the platform and then he fucking lives and it's like, oh shit, like
Fuck, dude, he's deadlifted over 500 pounds.
yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially as you get older. And so this is PTA Adam. This is PT Adam, not Coach Adam, not lifting Adam. This is physical therapy Adam. And that is saying there is nothing better for your body than to move weight, especially heavy weight. Your bones are going to get better. Your tendons are going to get stronger. Your muscle mass will still be there. And trust me, as you get older,
Important.
your muscle mass is your currency. If you are poor in muscle mass, then it is going to hurt. Life is going to hurt when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
There are tons of little old ladies. One of the little old ladies that I worked with, who's over 100 years old, still walks up and down those hallways. She ended up going home because of the fact that she didn't stop moving.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do for your life is to stop moving.
Yeah. Well, and then, you know, like one of my old guys. He's 78 now, and we're hitting PRs.
Fuck yes.
Like we do belt squat, just to save his back because there's no point in back squat. It's not competing or anything, but we do belt squat and he just hit 615 on the belt squat.
Fuck yes.
You know?
Fuck yeah, dude.
So it's like,
Hell yeah.
it's like 78. Like, so
Belt squat doesn't count anyway.
not the same.
But yeah,
But it's like, so there's no reason why you can't push yourself, why you can't shoot for new goals, shoot for new achievements and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, I get it. Yes. I get the idea there. And I think the way to look at that statement would be to then enjoy the journey, enjoy this ride while you can. That would be the way, what I would take away from it is like, well, enjoy this while you can. Enjoy the moments that you're doing this. Enjoy the people that you're with. Enjoy, all your achievements. Enjoy the competitions. Enjoy the training. Enjoy everything you can, because at some point you will not be able to do this. So, enjoy it, have fun, but don't focus so much on that you're not going to be hitting PRs at some point.
yeah.
And focus on loving this sport and loving lifting, loving the people around you, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. So like, that's what I would take away from it, and not so much that you're not going to be hitting PRs at some point.
Yeah.
Which is the message I think that needs to be put out with it. Not just say that, but like caveat it with like, all right, at one point, you won't be your best. So enjoy what you can, and take these moments and truly cherish them.
Yeah. And then, remember during those times that you were actually doing and enjoying that journey to the peak strength that you could possibly do, blast steroids. I'm just kidding. No, understand and realize, remember that while you're trying to gain into a level of peak strength that your body can give you as safely as possible, it's also too, remember the amount of people that you meet along the way, the friends that you make, dude. Like the amount of people that I've gotten to know just from being in the level of strength that I am at. It's awesome. It's great. But that's just me. What do I know?
So that would be the caveat I would say with that statement.
Yeah.
Is to enjoy this while you can, and enjoy the moments.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to take away from it, so you don't get peeved up about it.
Yeah, that's true.
And not worry about what the number is or all that bullshit. Like,
I agree.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
End of the day, none of these numbers matter. All this shit, like,
Yeah. It just all that matters is that you're pushing yourself.
yeah,
All that matters is that you are constantly striving to be the strongest version of yourself and the best version of yourself.
yeah,
The best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Strive for that.
be great.
Got anything else?
No?
All right. With that being said, everybody, thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of your time. We love you. Subscribe, send us a message, share,
Tell people about us.
and
Help us grow.
fuck yeah, wipe your ass. That's it.
Yeah. Peace up.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, dude.